Just before we get into today's episode, as you can see, there are rumours of a takeover bid coming for the club. Hopefully this can be resolved pretty quickly, as January is not too far away, and I would like this resolved ideally before the window so we understand where we are with the transfer budget, and hopefully we can get someone who's going to put some money into the club so we can strengthen in January. Any further news I get on this as we go along, obviously I'll keep you updated. Welcome back, my name is Bearlenation. You join me on our fixture screen. We've played a few games since we last met against Luton and Wigan. We've had, again, a mixed time. We've won 3 games and lost 2. I'm particularly highlighting to you the Cardiff game which we played offline, where we absolutely annihilated them. We came out as 6-1 winners and we were 5-0 up in 30 minutes. Which is just unbelievable. However, we did have one downside to this game. We have lost Herbie Kane as a result of an injury for 4 to 6 months because of a broken ankle. However, we should have enough cover in his position to hopefully cover his absence until he's due back. We then went on to beat Sheffield Wednesday 2-0. We had a disappointing last minute loss, 85th minute loss to Huddersfield, and then we played very poorly against QPR when we came out as 4-2 losers. But then after that we had a really good game and a really good result against Notts Forest. So after all that we are still 7th in the table. We've got 2 exciting games coming up against Derby, who are 14th but should be doing better than what they are, and we've also got a game against Fulham, who are 6th, so just above us in the table, and that will, if we can beat them, hopefully that will stand us in good stead towards a playoff push. Just been skipping through the games, and we have got, further to my introduction at the start about the takeover, there's a bit more news come through here. It's looking like we've now been placed under a transfer embargo, as the takeover is seemingly taking a forward step. Hopefully it can be resolved quickly, as I said in the introduction. You join me back on the team screen, ready for the game against Derby. Because Jordi Device has picked up yellow cards, he's now suspended for this game, so we brought in Fibel. George Honeyman will be making a start in the midfield today. However, his fitness is a major concern for us, but he may, if he gets 45 minutes out of him, we'll consider that a success. He has picked up an injury again while we've been offline. Marcus Maddison isn't feeling fittest today, so he's dropping down to the bench, so Malik Wilkes is coming in his place, and we've got Balog leading the line. Hopefully we can pick up 3 points today against Derby and we can push forward for the playoffs. You join me at kickoff. Hopefully we can see a good performance today. Derby, I've got Wayne Rudy leading the line, so it'll be interesting to see how we cope with him. So although he's aging, he's still a very good player, especially for this level. But the first time it goes to us, and Honeyman brings the ball forward, gives it to Irvine. Hudson, what can he do with it? Looks for the cross, gives a short ball to Wilkes, feeds it back to Irvine. Oh, and it's just gone wide. Irvine's chance has just gone wide. It's a positive start from us here. Very positive start. Coming up to half time, and we've only had the one highlight. And there we are. Half time, one highlight, and it was a close chance. We've dominated them on shots, they've had the better possession. But other than that, no, nothing noteworthy. We're back out for the second half. Hopefully we can produce a bit more in the second half than what we have done in the first half. Fingers crossed we'll see some more highlights as well. After saying that, we're coming up to the hour mark again and we've no highlights to note. Make a change, we'll try. Honeyman's looking very tired in midfield. We'll bring on Lopez. We'll just do the one change for now and see how that goes. Here we are, second half of the game comes to us. But he's gone. The bell beats Rooney to the ball. Irvine feeds it to Wilkes. What can he do with it? goes crossing to Norbert Balog, who's there, meets the cross, meets a deep cross with a good header and straight past the keeper. 1-0. We take the league. Norbert Balog with his third of the season. Great ball by Mallet Wilkes. I thought he was going to give the ball back to Alan Hutton for a cross, but he gives a really good cross. And Norbert Balog is free man. And there he is. He's headed it straight past the keeper. 1-0. Again, nothing at the moment's happening. We'll make another substitution. Oh, before we do that, there's the highlight Derby with the ball in their defence. With a long ball up. What can we do? Can we deal with it? They bring it forward. They have a go and it's just gone wide. Need to be closing Martin Wycorn down a bit more there. Make another substitution. Bring on Maddison for Scott, who's had a really quiet game, but in the offline games he's been playing really well for us. Bring on Maddison, hopefully can bring a bit of flair to the wings. The Bell with a poor ball forward, gives it straight back to Derby. Come on the attack, still with the ball, the pressing. Can we clear the lines? Christie's got him behind, but great challenge by Elder to stand him up. But the feed, Rooney's there, and it's Rooney with a poor shot. It's bounced off the defender and it's cleared away for a Derby corner. Shinny picks up the loose ball. It's again pinballed in the box. It's pinballed off our defenders. We didn't really clear. It was only a poor shot that we've managed to keep our lines clear. 85 minutes, 1-0. We're going to go very defensive now just to shut the shop up. Derby with a free kick in a dangerous looking area. Rooney steps up with a good cross, but he's come back out. What can he do? He's launched a long shot and it's gone straight to George Long, who's parried it out. But Andre Wisdom with a poor shot at the end there to pull a late equaliser back for Derby, and he's missed it. But I feel as though we've got away with that one because at the end, thankfully Derby didn't have the shooting boots on today. But we dominated the shots, but we didn't make any. We only made the one count. But possession wise, we've been overrun there. Not a good performance from James Scott with a 6.2. Hopefully we can see some improvement with him in the next game. I'll leave this there for now, and you can join me again for the next game against Fulham. You join me back here for the Fulham game. So this is the team that we're going with today. Jody Dwight comes back in after a suspension. Marcus Maddison has come in for Mallet Wilkes, who drops to the bench. Martin Samuelson comes in for James Scott, who was saying he was tired, so we've dropped. He's not even making the bench today. Josh Bowler has made the bench for the first time this season, and George Honeyman has dropped out of the squad as well. Again, I'm hoping for a positive performance, especially building on the win against Derby. Fulham are 2 places below us in 7th after the last round of games. It'll be an interesting game to watch, especially if we are serious about retaining our playoff position at the moment, as Fulham are one of the better teams in this division. So these are the teams that we need to be beating if we are serious about doing something this season. Quick look at the Fulham team. They've got Mitrovic leading up top. They've got Harry Arter in the middle and Knockout on the right. They're the biggest threats, I would say, in that team. Like I say, they are a strong team, and hopefully we can, if we get a point out of this, I'd be very happy, especially away at Fulham. The team talks are done, the game is underway, and the first highlight comes to us. It's Marcus Maddison with a corner. It's been cleared, but it's ended up at Lopez. Stewart, and he's blasted over. He's blasted the ball over. Fulham with the next highlight just a minute after ours. Got a deep free kick. They've fed it through to Mitrovic, who's there, but it's been disallowed. Mitrovic offside. I'd like to see that again. It was a great bit of, God, he's only just offside as well, but the defence was far too open there to allow Mitrovic to make that run, but thankfully he's been caught offside. That's something we do need to watch. Although they've been forced into an early substitution due to an injury, so Bobby Reid has come on. Hopefully that will affect their front line, so to make it a bit less potent than what it could be. No highlights at the moment, just being a quiet game. Although Fulham are dominating possession, but highlight comes to us. Free kick by Burke into Maddison. Reading it across the device, gives it back to George Long. What's he going to do with it? Out to the defence again. Hutton on the right. Oh, he tries that ball that he's tried with Maddison before that was been so successful, but it gets cleared away. But we pick the loose ball up into the midfield. Irvine gives it back to Stewart. And Berk's made a mistake, and Harry Arter pounced on a mistake there, but thankfully George Long stood strong and saved us from a goal there. Poor mistake by Reece Berk at the back. Going into half time, we've looked a bit shaky at times. We have looked shaky. We're back out for the second half. Hopefully we can have a few more chances than what we had in the first half. We've not even had a shot on target yet in this game, which is disappointing. Maddison with a corner there, with a cross from the free kick, but it's headed away. Fulham now launch a counter attack. Knockout brings it down. But well played by De Silva to clear the ball away. So we've had just had the one shot on target so far. Fulham bring Tom Kearney on, who's a former Hull player and one of their most creative players. Knockout. Fulham launching a counter attack here. Cut inside, but it's headed away by Berg. Maddison with a poor header, gives it straight back. Needs to chase them down a bit. I think we'll be making a substitution soon because we are getting a bit overrun. But De Silva with the ball gives it to Irvine. Maddison, what can he do with it? Plays a lovely through ball to Balog over the top, who takes it round the keeper and scores. Norbert Balog makes it 1-0. After Fulham have been on top for most of this game, we've turned it around. What a ball by Marcus Maddison again. Just over the top of the defenders, no one's picking Balog up, takes it round the keeper, and unbelievable. What a finish. 1-0 Hull City. 1-0 away at Fulham, which moves us up to 4th. I think we'll make a change here, just bring some fresh legs on. Samuelson's not really got involved today. We'll bring Bowler on, see what he can do. He's not had a chance this season, so we'll see how he gets on. Hutton with the throw-in into Balog. Back to Hutton. De Silva. Stewart looking for Maddison, he gets there, beats the defender, heads it onto Balog. Oh, who hits the post from away out. Hits the post. Now we've got a corner. What can we do with it? Can we whip the ball in? Maddison with a good corner, headed by Balog, but straight into the keeper's grasp. Time to get creative. Jordy Device has been pressured, feels a bit pressured, but everyone seems to have gone quite well. 84 minutes. Game's just gone through. Run down the clock. We'll take Device off. And we'll bring Tom Eves on as well for Norbert Balog. So if Bell comes on for Device and Eves comes on for Balog. Fulham with a late corner, can we clear it away? Still there, still there. Oh no, right at the death, Stefan Sessegnon has scored. It was pinballing around our box and we've not cleared the lines at all. Really disappointing goal to concede. Headed away by Irvine, but no one's following the ball up there. Knockout beats Irvine. Kearney's ball ricochets off to Stephen Sessegnon, who's just a free man in the box, and buries it late on in the game. That's a disappointing goal to concede in that so late on. Fulham, I would say Fulham probably we deserve a point there. We played a lot better in that second half than the first. The stats are fairly even. A strong point, I think, against one of the better teams. We shouldn't be disappointed. Should not be disappointed with that. Exactly it. So everyone thought we'd get beaten today. They were unlucky to concede such a last minute goal. Seems to have gone really well, that team talk. So 4 points from 2 games, 4 good points there. I'm happy with those. I think we'll come back quite soon. I think we'll come back for the Barnsley and Stoke game. If you have liked what you've seen today, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you.